Hello! It's me, your Uncle Mike from Boston. How are you, do? Today is the day. Holy smokes, we've been waiting a long time for this. It's unbelievable. Everything has led up to this moment. So what a letdown if this movie sucks. I know it's not gonna. Okay, so here I go. Get my popcorn, get a drink, sit back for 3.5 hours, but I know it's gonna be worth it. Thank you for leading me down this path to Durhandhar. Let's do this! Woohoo! Woo! I'm back from the movie. It's actually 4 o'clock in the morning here in Boston. I was exhausted. I went to bed for a little while, but I woke up in the middle of the night because I'm so... You know how when you see a movie and it impacts you and you think about it the next day? That's how you know it's a great movie. I'm giving away the ending, but I have to tell you that, I mean, unbelievable movie experience. So let me just start with the beginning. I get there and the theater is packed. It's sold out. I'm in the front row, right up. I'm looking like this the whole time. Fine, because of the movie, everything. Fine, I'm okay with that. Not at the beginning, but I'm okay with that. So sitting there packed. There's like 1 or 2 seats left. I pick one. I sit between 2 people I don't know, and right away they're eating and they're dinner, and it's distracting. But the movie starts, and it's like everything. I was sucked into the picture, into the screen. All of a sudden, I was oblivious to what was around me. It just grabs you right away, and so there's a lot to unpack here, you know. So I just want to start off with some of the performances. AKSHAYE, if you watch some of my other videos, you know how much I love him. Wow. And so this is like an Oscar-worthy performance. He should be up for an Oscar. I hope to God he is considered like in the foreign actor category. It was unbelievable. As soon as he comes on screen, when he breaks through in the hospital and he's walking through the doors, his face, and he's small in stature, right? Small guy, but he's huge. It's just his presence, his charisma, just his face, every little muscle, everything on his face. It's like, it's unbelievable that he can, it's like he controls it or something. Anyway, he makes you believe. And the amazing thing is that he's the enemy. He's the enemy, right? We're not supposed to like him, but because so they set it up that his son is killed, and so you have compassion for him right away. There's got to that's what sucks you in, because you have compassion for him, plus his presence as an actor. He sucks you right in. All right, so you're feeling because he lost his son, even though we know that Ranveer is there as a double agent, and we're not supposed to like these people, but we do. And so as the characters and AKSHAYE's gang become unveiled to us, like Donga, you become attached to them. So I don't know anything about this. I'm not a movie critic, and I'm a music guy. So the perspective of the movie is from the Pakistani side, which is incredible and generous, I guess. But I guess it made for a very interesting movie. All right. AKSHAYE, just every scene he was in, I mean, every close-up of his face. I mean, this guy is a master. It was a masterclass. And so, and not to be forgotten, but Ranveer, the same type of thing. I mean, he was great, kind of a quiet, where AKSHAYE was, it was obvious. He was so great. But Ranveer took a little while for me to warm up to him, believe it or not. And so, but by the end of the movie, I realized what he was doing and what a great performance he gave. So those two stood out amongst the performances. I think that I had to write this down, but the Major IQBA Iqbal, I'm quite sure, the scary presence that he gave right off the bat. And it wasn't too far along. We were into that torture scene with all the razor blades, and he pulled the guy's face. And so, but he was another one. And you know what? Just the ensemble, the acting altogether was superb. It was unbelievable. And so maybe, I'm trying to find fault. How do I find fault in this? They say 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours? it seemed like it was an hour and a half. It went by so fast. It was incredible. The plot, was based on a true story and true events, and they actually had a scene in there near the end where they were playing real footage or real audio from real attacks that had happened, and it was disturbing. So overall, the film, the brutality, which I guess you have to, you need it to back up what's going. You have to understand what's at stake here. But showing the brutality, I'm just not used to that, I mean, at the end, when the car crashed in and the guy was beheaded when he hit the sign, dragging the body through the streets, I mean, just, of course, the major pulling the razor blades. So it had quite an impact on me. The whole movie had a huge impact on me. I mean, if you're still listening after all of this excitement and you're still here, I'll delve in just a little bit more because it was interesting that I have to give credit to Jamil, the character Jamil. He was closer to the plot. I mean, the father of Yelena, underrated performance by her, very subtle performance, but I thought she did a great job. Anyway, him, the tangle web he weaves. So he's, I believe, a spokesperson for the Pat Party or a leader in the Pat Party. And he invites Raymond to the stage, and he doesn't realize that Raymond is as popular as he is. Then Raymond aligns with that major, and they have a separate party going on. So Jamil feels betrayed, so he brings in the superintendent of police. Another great performance. That guy was scary. That scene in the desert where he shot. He came in with the money, put the gun in there, and then blew him away. Left one guy alive. It just unbelievable. So anyway, brings him in, betrays Raymond, and so it just goes to show you, it's a den of rats, a den of thieves. They all eventually turn on each other. Captivated by that plot, and then of course Ranveer, his role in the movie and his character's role. And so I just never understood from the beginning, why would he do this? Why would he sacrifice himself? I understood that they were recruiting undesirables, and he was probably one of them, but they didn't have a backstory then. So it was an interesting, I think, angle for the director or the writer to take, that we didn't really know who he was, but he was a savage, and we need savages. Like I'm an Indian. That's how wrapped up I was in the movie, that I felt for the Indian pride. I felt for the Indian pride. I really felt, part of the community that was watching this movie. So anyway, Ranveer, representing India, had to go there and then be a double agent. And, did he fall in love with Jamil's daughter, or was that an act? Because this guy was so conniving. Ranveer was recruited to represent India and embed himself in the gangs over there, and it could take years. And so he, as a human being, he's got to put aside all his feelings and act like he's part of the gang, laugh when they praise Allah. He raises his hand, he praises Allah on their behalf, and yet he's dying inside. So it was an incredible performance. Clearly by the end, he was loving her. But at the beginning, I believe that he wasn't. He was just trying to infiltrate the party even more. And so, anyway, brilliant performance overall. All right, so the last part here. It's 9 minutes into this monologue. Thank you for paying attention to this long. But the music, that's what brought me here in the first place, the music. And so now I understand each and every song that I reacted to, that the role that they had in the movie, the impact that they have, and the dancing scenes. This wasn't like Bollywood, the random dancing. No, it was the wedding scene. It was instrumental to the movie because that's where the murder was. They were trying to kill Akshaye's son. So anyway, everything, such fast-paced, moving, And from a perspective of an American that watches American movies, gangster movies, and action and spy thrillers, this, I don't understand why. I don't know. I think when the Oscars come out, this is going to be up for a couple. It's going to get some notoriety. It's going to get some recognition. And I think that's going to bring, I hope they re-release it. But in the meantime, wrap this all up. We got part 2 coming in March. What? And now they're going to fill us in on the backstory. Who is this Ranveer guy? I can't, Hasma, the character's name, but Ranveer, now we're going to know who he was. So it was interesting to see him clean shaven with a shaved head, look completely different. I don't know who this, I don't know any of these actors. So it was interesting to see him like that. And so, wow, I cannot wait for round 2. So thank you very much if you made it to this far, 11 minutes. With my review, but my review is a 5 out of 5. 5 out of 5. I can't find fault in this. No fault. 0. I loved it. Thank you for paying attention. Okay. And watching me. Bye.